Now, Browns, -2, was a pick'em. They're not having the Steelers, and the total's 40. They're edging with the under 39.5 in a place. It could be 39 across the boards come Sunday.
This is an interesting game, Flash, because not only do you have, 2 weeks ago, all the melee after the game and the words that were said or not said, you still have the suspensions lingering. Pouncey's going to be out for this football. James Conner's not going to play in this game. We'll see if Juju Smith-Schuster suits up, but I think you're getting an elevated Browns team after saying, look, we finally beat up Big Brother a couple weeks ago. We got really right against the Miami Dolphins. We're coming in here with a head of steam and a better football team, but look, this is an elite level defense, and as we said again, where you saw Cleveland with the struggles, it was against really good defenses. Well, Pittsburgh is a really good defense. Now, they're not going to get that much pushback from an offensive set from the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got Duck, Duck's going to start this week, which I know Whale Capper is happy about. Comes in last week's rescue because I was ready to write the obituary for Mike Tomlin last week if they were going to lose to the Cincinnati, Bengals on the road. But now you come back home. This is going to be an emotional environment. I do think the Cleveland Browns are a better overall football team talent-wise, starting with the quarterbacks, the running backs, and the wide receivers because of how much dinged up injuries. And yes, you're starting a third-string quarterback for the Steelers, but the Steelers are at home. The crowd's going to be in a fever. If they're getting 2.5 points, and we'll see where if it swells to what it ends up, I might lean towards the Steelers, but I got to tell you, it's hard to watch their offense and say, I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. If Juju comes back, maybe that helps out. If their running game gets going, that might help them out a little bit. I think Cleveland's a more talented team here, but this is a tough one early in the week, leaning more under in this football game than I am over here so far early.
Under 40. It's gone to 39.5 in a place. It'll probably be at 39. I look at the positive, and it's Steelers at home. I don't care who the personnel on the roster. They're at home. They're always a threat. And then I look at the quarterback, and I was going to use the average of, we've lost Tom Brady on the show today, and now you've got Mason Rudolph. Now, I cannot have Mason Rudolph at any cost, and the Browns go into the Steelers and give up points and win. I'm putting a line through it. Wow.
I've been close to putting a line through it, but I can't get over the fact that the Browns have so much more to offer offensively. From a health standpoint, from a weapon standpoint, from the confidence of your quarterback, all things really here point to the Browns even going up against a very tough Steelers defense on the road, hostile environment. Fans, like you mentioned, they'll be whipped up into a frenzy after what happened on Thursday Night Football 2 weeks ago. That's fresh in everyone's mind. But I still think that the overall threat of now you have two running backs you can trot out there. You have two wide receivers that can create separation. This is too much for the Steelers to keep up with from an offensive standpoint. Browns can get to 24 points. I don't think the Steelers can get to 20, even with the quarterback change. If this was a Mason Rudolph, now I'm talking about play of the season is Browns. Duck Hodges, a little bit more of an unknown, but I still think without Connor, without Schuster likely, that this is a really tough spot to put the kid in. And the quotes we're getting from Tomlin make it seem like they're going to roll out something extremely conservative. And I don't think that's going to be enough to go score for score, point for point with the Browns in this spot. I think the Browns are still alive for the playoffs, not unlike what we were just talking about with the Jets. I think we go Jets-Browns until they let us down here down the home stretch. And this is another cheap price to be getting for a team that's so many more weapons and so much better play of late.
Well, the Sharps certainly agree. It opened up a pick'em. It's now -2. Probably go towards 2.5. So it's a field goal game. I just don't see the Steelers scoring enough points. And that's why we're looking around the 39.5. But you've convinced me maybe just to erase that little bit of a line I've put through this game and go with the informed Browns. Odell Beckham Jr. finally getting a touchdown. And they say we're like London buses. You wait for one and two come along at the same time. So maybe we'll be looking forward to him celebrating and pretending he's had a 25 touchdown season after his second one in 2 weeks.